and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today we are joined by Sara. So this is about, she is my client from my BreakFree program, which is about breaking the habit of being yourself and creating a new life, which is a one-on-one 2-month program. And we worked together a few months back, and I'm excited to have her here and talk about her life, what her life was before, what she was struggling with, what are the strengths she developed, and what are the practical benefits she experienced, and all of that good stuff. And yeah, she's joining us from Belgium. So why don't you give us a short introduction of yourself?
Hey, I am Sara. I'm 29 years old, and at the moment I do photography. I also am a salesperson in a 9 to 5 job, and other than that, I'm just a regular, almost 30-year-old in Belgium. So yeah.
Okay, awesome. Yeah. So, okay, my first question was about how was your life before we worked together? Like, what were the issues that you were struggling with?
Yeah, my life before we met was a bit all over the place. I was a person that knew meditation. I knew Joe Dispenza. I knew all these woke people. I read all about it and I really vibed with it. I also talked about it to friends, so that's like another step. But I realized that the application of it wasn't coming, even if other people were also meditating with me, or I still didn't manage to translate uh meditation and manifestation into my life. It's like almost I there were things blocking me or beliefs blocking me to really go through with it. So that was my life before I met you.
Okay, yeah. And like, what has changed since that? Like, what is life like now that you've experienced the process? Like, what, yeah, the new strengths that you've developed? Yeah.
Yeah, so the thing that I've developed is like this self-awareness to another level, and not just the spooky kind of energetic, like those kind of talks like energy and all that stuff. No, the logical kind, like actually translated into tools that I can use. Those tools, those change my life. Like awareness about my thoughts, like exercises. Like I hear when a thought is coming up, to just look at it and be aware of it and change it. It's hard to explain now, but it's like I had ingredients and I wanted to bake a cake, but I didn't have the tools. I didn't have an oven. I didn't also know how to to make the cake. I just had eggs and all that stuff. So I wanted to create a cake, but I just put everything together. And I feel like I got these tools, these really practical tools that cannot be deleted from my mind anymore.
Wow.
Yeah, it's really next level. It's really next level, and it's small things. It's really
Yeah.
small things. Yeah, and even when I read the book of Dr. Joe Dispenza, I'm really grateful that I have these tools now, because I wasn't able to translate them into tools. And
Yeah.
tools is what we really need to.
Yeah.
I can want to drive, I can have a car, but I need to know how to drive the vehicle. I need to create this habit of doing that, all the things that come around it.
Yeah.
And yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah, that's like
yeah.
absolutely the process. Like, I think in today's age, there is that lot of knowledge and information is available, but what matters is
Yeah,
what we apply in our life. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I also want to say another thing when it comes to that. It's all also like it feels like breaking the habit of being yourself. It felt like a thing that only other people could do. Even if I watched videos of someone having
Yeah.
cancer, that's extreme. So when you
Yeah.
see that, you're like, okay, I can definitely do that. I still felt like if I have to do it alone, there's too much. It's going to
Yeah.
be difficult because it was unknown. And I feel like when you made the steps clear, it was not unknown anymore. It's like, Sarah, you just have to do this and this and this.
Yeah.
And then it's like, oh my God, okay. the not knowing made me scared. I thought I had to do some crazy meditation and be woke and isolate myself from the world. And then you gave me tools, and then I also didn't feel like the staircases were that heavy, or
Yeah.
it felt easy. And I never had that experience with any mindful thing or any personal growth thing, that it felt easy.
Yeah.
When you explained it to me, I liked to do it.
Yeah.
But during the process, of course, it's hard. Then you
Yeah.
realize, like, oh shit, this tool that
Yeah.
she gave me,
Yeah.
oh my God, it's reaching deep stuff, and I didn't imagine that. So of course it's hard. That's what I wanted to share, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's a really good point you shared, because it's like, yeah, when you see those testimonials, it's like you see that you're believing in them, but when you have to do it yourself, you have to actually believe in yourself. And that's really hard. Like you're going from the stadium, sitting in the stairs, to actually playing on the field. And yeah, that's when it becomes real, and it's hard. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, it's weird, right? It's
Yeah.
really weird.
Yeah.
Even if you see a testimonial, you're still like, really? So
Yeah.
I think also in this program, I got believing that I can do it. So
Okay.
even if someone who's ill did it, Joe Dispenza shared it. So I'm like, those are Joe
Yeah.
Dispenza people. But yeah, it was on
Yeah.
a more, uh,
Personal
in
level.
a space that I felt also comfortable. So yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
that's,
Okay. Yeah. My
yeah.
next question was about, like, what were your biggest aha moments with respect to yourself? Like, how did you feel transformed as a result, like during the process? During
My biggest aha moments. I had so many, honestly. I had so many. Now I really have to go. I think one of the aha moments for me was that um that it's I wanted to work on feelings, but it was not those feelings that were the blocks. Those are the things that I actually have been working on already.
Yeah.
The aha moments was like, for example, me working on, I want more confidence and I want to feel less guilty, because I was this people pleaser.
Yeah.
But those two things I've been working on the last years. So it was not that deeper layer. But
Yeah.
on working on confidence and guilt, I realized, like, I had resentment, I had other stuff, anger. I was like, what? Me,
Yeah.
anger issues? I'm so sweet. But that's the thing. I had anger and uh
Yeah. A lot of
petty
deeper layer
feelings,
of
and
emotions.
that were for me aha moments. Aha moments were really getting deeper into myself, more awareness, practicing meditation daily, writing down what I want to do that day out of comfort zone, and by being so aware the whole time, realizing that other feelings pop up. that
Yeah.
that was for me the biggest aha moment. I never thought I would have to work on resentment. I
Yeah.
never thought
Good.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a big thing that blocked me really. Yeah. So
Yeah. I
yeah,
think the journaling
discovering.
helped you
Hmm?
discover that, right? Like the journaling prompts and questions helped you discover that. Yeah.
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 Yeah. What helped me discover that is the all around thing,
Yeah.
actually.
Yeah.
It's everything. But mainly the thoughts, that
Yeah.
mainly working on the thoughts that automatically pop up when I do things made me realize that
Yeah.
I have things I need to work on that I didn't even realize. Those things that I define, like when you tell me to present yourself and
Yeah.
I did it, those are the things that are on the first surface, but
Yeah.
the deeper level is
Yeah.
completely different. And
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Awesome. Got
Yeah,
it.
my point is, like, you know yourself, but sometimes you know the person that you show to the world,
Yeah.
and it is scary sometimes to meet yourself. Those were my aha moments, like to meet myself, and it was not the person that I thought
Yeah.
I was.
Yeah.
I was like, but also being fine with that then also, but that's scary. That's really weird. It's like, almost, do I lie to myself? So
Yeah. Yeah.
it goes really deep. Yeah.
Like
So yeah,
facing the
I hope
mess,
that answered the
facing the dark
question.
side. Yeah. It's like facing the mess and the dark part, like you don't even probably know exist on a conscious level. Yeah. And
Yeah, yeah. It's like this subconscious. There's all this stuff in there.
yeah, that we like no idea. Yeah.
Yeah, it's great.
We're
Yeah.
going to a little like more practical. So what are like the practical and tangible benefits that you experienced from doing the work, like in different areas, like maybe business or relationships or health, things like that? Like,
Yeah. So in relationships, this also has to do with the tools and the exercises I did. But in
yeah,
relationships, I when I communicate in my communication, I am just so much more aware. And the thing that I learned during your program is that feelings are kind of the translation of a thought is a thought and it just exists in your head. But when you add feeling to it, and when you add feeling to it, it creates something in this world.
yeah,
Um,
yeah,
so I became sometimes too much aware that I want to act up on a thought and I just stop myself. And that avoided a lot of discussions, like with family members, and just stopping sometimes
yeah,
and not acting up on a thought.
yeah,
Because if that thought's not aligned with the person I want to be, I just stop it. And that led to a lot of more let's say productive relationships.
yeah,
It allowed me to set boundaries. It allowed me, oh, it also made me feel more alone,
yeah,
which also made me know myself better. So that's on a part of the relationships.
yeah,
When it comes to photography and doing something besides my 9 to 5, because I wasn't doing photography when I first met you, um, I feel like I removed blocks. It was an option for me, but I always had that limiting thought that it's not for me and all these overthinkings. And when I did the program with you, I realized that me not doing it is actually a block, and I should just work. I should just do it. And also working on confidence helped me a lot in my photography.
yeah,
Like, yeah, it's just the awareness. It's really hard to explain specifically, but it's just like when you've been doing exercises and being aware about what
yeah,
which thought leads to which action,
yeah,
which feeling is linked to it.
yeah,
I just know when I feel a certain way, I know, okay, this is a thought I don't have to listen to.
yeah, yeah,
And it actually guides me. The moment that I feel the least confident when it
yeah,
comes to photography, I know I have to do it. I know
yeah,
it's actually guiding me exactly where I want to be.
yeah. So you're
So yeah.
aware of that thought level. Key. Okay, this is not.
Yeah, yeah, really thought levels, changing them.
Yeah,
Yeah, and using feelings in my favor, actually. The more intense something feels, the more I know there's something
yeah,
I am in the good direction. The more neutral things feel, the more
yeah,
I'm like, okay, it's there's no growth for me there. But when I really don't want to do something, I know it's exactly what I should do. And that was the case with photography.
yeah.
And yeah, on a practical level, it influenced me a lot. Yeah.
I'll put up, yeah, I think I'll put up image there about how it works. It's like the same thoughts lead to the same choices, which lead to the same behaviors, which lead to the same experiences and then emotions. So that's how it is linked, which is why we are talking at the thoughts and emotions level, probably, but that's how it leads to the experiences as well, right? Yeah,
Yeah. And what you just said made me think of another thing. Like just an example of yesterday,
yeah,
I was sitting on the couch and I had a little discussion, and I remember that I felt sorry. You know, when you feel sad and you feel sorry for yourself, self-pity, like, oh, I am so sad. Sometimes when you feel sad, you want to live in that sadness and be like
yeah,
sad, and maybe get a sorry because of that childish
yeah,
behavior. But as soon as I felt that feeling of
yeah,
self-pity, I was
yeah,
like, this is not true. I was like, this is not true. I actually love my life. And I swear it went away. It really went away. It
yeah,
really, because it was a momentum thing. It was really me going back into some old habit, or
yeah,
but I was like, to I am happy. Like the awareness was too big. I was like,
Yeah.
I'm sitting on the couch, I'm watching a movie. There is no purpose to go into that feeling of feeling self-pity and wanting someone to apologize. It's I just told myself this is just a feeling. Bye.
Yeah.
And yeah, it worked. And what I'm saying now, I can imagine I had people saying these kind of stuff, and I would be like, yeah, that's bullshit. Someone just paid you to say that. But it's not true. I swear. It's like going to the gym, like anything you do, like
Yeah.
in your program,
Yeah.
I practiced during 5 weeks things. It's like I learned how to ride a bike. I cannot unlearn that shit. I
Yeah.
I cannot unlearn that. It's like a driver's license. I know, okay, if I have an issue, this is how I can navigate. Like there's the thoughts,
Yeah.
like there's a subconscious, the subconscious, there's the conscious, there's a layer in between that. If I have a thought and I add a feeling to it, it can become reality in a
Yeah.
bad sense, in a good sense. If I
Yeah.
change like small habits, if I drink something else today, it's
Yeah.
a little change. So
Yeah.
maybe here it will be like if two roads go like this, maybe it would be just a small change. But if you look at the end destination, I can be another person in 10 years. So
Yeah.
I just know the power of now I will change a small thing. Now I feel self-pity. I will now shift that shit, not tomorrow, not in 1 week, now. And my brain will remember this. And this is the rewiring. That's what I learned. How
Yeah.
to ride, how to navigate my
Great.
brain
Yeah. Yeah.
and yeah. And I really also enjoy long meditations with no
Oh,
talking. That's something you learned, you taught me. I really before I met you,
no talking,
I
is it?
only appreciated those guided meditation that inspire me. You know, they tell
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
walk towards your big house and you imagine how much money you have.
Yeah.
But those meditations that had no noise, I was like, what the fuck is going on? Why would a person do this?
Yeah.
But you made me realize that I get more out of those meditations, the meditations of awareness,
Yeah.
of space, of the world and the universe. It
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
Yes.
when I feel overwhelmed in the world, I go to those meditations,
Yeah.
not the guided ones, you know. It makes me hear my own self and my own thoughts. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, when you share that, I remember, yeah, it's like the visualization kind of meditations more than that, the ones where you see those survival emotions of maybe anger or guilt from your past and you see how you think and feel and then you change it. Like that has even a much more impact on me rather than seeing my, like dream house or dream car or dream business. Yeah.
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 Yeah. I think they both should exist next to each other, but I
Yeah.
just used to do only
Yeah. The
the guided, like I want this and I want this, but it didn't. Yeah, you really taught me that how to navigate in those, how to meditate on those.
yeah.
Uh, it has a name, but like you have two types of meditations: the one that guide you, and the one that are just about space, about energy, about getting into. It feels like you go into yourself,
Yeah.
and yeah,
Space and
yeah,
energy. Yeah. Yeah.
and that's a big win for me. I actually
Yeah.
get excited when I have 1 hour
Those
at a time and I can do 1 hour deep dive. I get excited. So
wow.
yeah, thank you.
And the next question was, what was the thing that you enjoyed the most? I think, yeah, like, yeah,
What I enjoyed the most is the availability, the one-on-one coaching. It wasn't just during the sessions. Like I liked that there were 2 sessions a week at the beginning because I really needed that. But also you were accessible, even if there was just one meeting a week, you were super accessible. You were yeah, guiding me. Um yeah, that's what I liked the most. I was really excited to have the meetings because
yeah,
I felt like I
yeah,
could just be myself and yeah, and yeah, I like the calls actually the most. Because it's not just the calls, because I the task that you would give me, I would have how can you say it? Realized so many things. I was just so excited to tell you all about it.
Yeah.
Like, oh
The
my
long
God,
voice
this
note.
happened. That's what I enjoyed the most.
Yeah.
Yeah, because during the process, of course, sometimes it was heavy. Sometimes I
Yeah.
was like, this
Yeah.
is a bit hard. But when I had to tell you about it, it felt like a victory. I
Yeah.
did it. So yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
remember when I told you about the I think the week 3, it was really heavy for me when I had to think about my be aware of my thoughts and change them.
Yeah. Like
I write them down. That's awkward. That was heavy for me because I was like,
the
what's wrong with me?
the third week, you mean? Like the limit
The,
automatic. Yeah.
the third week was when I needed to write down
Yeah. Yeah.
thoughts, and yeah, it's like when I hear the thought, for example, I spilled coffee.
Yeah.
Oh, I am so angry that I spilled coffee because I don't like the house to be dirty. It's
Yeah.
one thing to just say it to myself, but when I write it down, I'm like, am I my mom? What the fuck? Like, whoa, is this really important? Is this ruining my day? You know, it's weird. It's
Yeah.
writing down change everything. Yeah, the
Yeah. Right.
journaling also. I am not a writer. I didn't write ever. I'm the
Yeah.
person that used to, I talk to myself in the mirror and stuff, but the writing is also, yeah, the
Since it's like,
journaling.
yeah. No, since it's subconscious and so like automatic, like writing it down is really needed so that you can catch it in the moment. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a slap in the face, I feel like
Yeah.
writing. Writing is really is a slap in the face.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, especially if it's things that you,
Avoiding. Yeah.
yeah, and you're like, what is useful about this thought? What's,
Yeah. I got it.
yeah, especially when you feel the emotions and it's just something not important. Yeah. Anyway, I don't remember even the question, but see, there's so much
Yeah.
value from so many angles.
Yeah.
But yeah, I definitely enjoyed the most the one-on-one
Yeah.
uh quality of your coaching.
Got it. Yeah. Last few questions. So if you were like to recommend this work to your best friend or someone you love, like what would your pitch be or what would you say as a salesperson? I think yeah.
As a salesperson,
Yeah.
I would ask questions, because in sales, they say the more yes you get,
Oh,
the more psychologically that person's gonna say yes. So I would say, have you been feeling a bit off lately? Yes. Have you had a hard time focusing on what you want? Have you had the feeling that something's blocking you, just like this whole thing? Yes. Well, did
have
you
I-
ever consider coaching or meditation? Then it will say, yeah, no, that's not a thing. Well, I exactly, meditation on yourself is pretty hard. Reading
yeah.
knowledge is pretty hard. But you know what can work? A coach that gives you actual tools
Yeah.
to apply them, and it feels light. It's like having someone teaching you how to cook, not someone not just telling you you need to do this and this and this.
Yeah. I
And they
love
will actually show you how. And then
yeah.
that person will be like, And I will say, I vibed with her and she was super chill and she was kind of like me.
Yeah.
And then they will
Love
say,
your
okay,
analogy.
say no more. And
Love
it
your
was actually
analogy.
it was pretty cheap.
Love
Yeah,
your
no,
analogy.
honestly, for the value that I got in my life, it is worth way more than what I paid for it. Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I love your analogies. You first told about riding a bike, then now cooking, learning to cook. Yeah, that's a good
It
point.
is that, but it is that. It
Yeah.
is that because I am a person, I like to consume knowledge, and it gives me a false feeling of as if I took action.
Yeah.
I can read something about doing something or watch something about doing something. Like I can watch a documentary about investing in real estate. I will feel as if I did it.
Yeah.
So being a person that consumes so much knowledge is so freeing to get tools, like to
Yeah.
get just A, B, C, D, and those A, B, C, D are not scary as fuck.
Yeah.
I feel like the way you build your program, it feels light. It is not, but it
Yeah.
feels light, and that's not. What you're sharing is really complex things, and
Yeah.
it is a scary journey,
Yeah.
but the way you bring it to me
Yeah.
is the way I also was able to do it. Yeah, it is like riding a bike. It's super scary because you don't know it, you can fall and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But if someone is holding your hand, like, and
Yeah.
then you know, and then they let you go,
Yeah.
that's what you did, you know, and I'm good.
Got it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and if I fall, I know how to get up. That's
Yeah.
basically it. So
That's
yeah.
a good point. Yeah. Like that's what he talks about. Like it's like learning a skill, like learning to play golf or like it's any other skill, this change. It's not like a eerie weary
It is
problem.
really a skill. Yeah.
Yeah.
Breaking the habit of being yourself is really a skill.
Yeah. That
And
anyone
yeah,
can learn and develop. Yeah.
exactly.
Kind of bringing it back, like someone who was in your place before, who was consuming a lot of knowledge and was not able to apply it. So what would you recommend to them, as a step, like some steps
Oh,
they can
okay.
follow? Yeah.
Uh, honestly, what I would recommend, it is not necessarily what I did,
Yeah.
but it's more like just you just have to behave. You have to do things,
Yeah.
like you have to think thoughts. You have to take actions as another person than you are right now to
Yeah.
see the proof
Yeah.
that you can.
Yeah.
By changing small things, you can change, but you first have to believe that it's possible. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what I would say. Take action, stop consuming information.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like yeah, believe it's possible for you, like for you personally. Yeah. Something like that.
Yeah, I highly, I believe it's really possible. It's now it's more like, okay, what do I want?
Yeah.
That's another challenge. So
Yeah.
yeah, for a person who's consuming knowledge the whole time, I would say do
Yeah.
do things, take actions, but not necessarily taking actions as in those which on social media, I just do it, just become an entrepreneur. No, it's
Yeah.
not that. I mean, take small actions.
Yeah.
Do your hair differently, wear other shoes, drink another beverage in the morning. Take
Yeah.
actions that show to the world, I want to change.
Yeah.
If you like knowledge, it's great, but you're never I'm also going to say that I would also recommend that you will never grow if you only keep
Yeah.
consuming knowledge. You're going to stay the same. You're going to have that feeling like, oh my god, I knew that.
Yeah.
If you will grow up and be like, yo, in my time I knew people that started posting on social media and they became
Yeah.
influencers and made a lot of money with it. Why didn't you do that, grandma? I don't know.
Yeah.
You know, I don't want to be an advisor. I want to be my own advisor. That's the
Yeah.
thing. If you consume too much knowledge, you
Yeah.
become just this advisor of people and you're never done. So
Yeah.
only people who don't have a clue like you will listen to you. But people who are actually taking action, they will not even take you into consideration. They will be like, what did you do?
Yeah. Got it. Yeah.
I actually never dared to start something. So why in hell should I listen to your advice?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
Because that discomfort will be there whether you are like breaking away from something old or doing something new. Like that discomfort no one can avoid. That comes when you apply the knowledge, not like no matter what the knowledge is. Yeah. Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. And yeah,
Yeah.
you also have to want to break the habit of being yourself.
Yeah.
You have to first want to. It's possible that you don't want to,
Yeah.
and
That's
that's it. If that's what you want to do, but if you
want.
feel frustrated that the knowledge that you are learning you cannot apply it, then you should change something. But if you like it,
Yeah.
that's
Just
also
want.
fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To
Yeah.
close it off, like if is there anything else you want to tell me or like what's next for you going forward?
Hmm, anything else I want to tell you? So from me, what's next for me is I I am working on my photography. The priority now is creating content
Yeah.
and approaching customers, proposing my services. sometimes for free, sometimes not, kind of feeling where I can do what,
Yeah.
and gaining experience and also becoming comfortable with the uncomfortable. That's my first, that's what's waiting for me.
Okay.
What was the other question? Is like, what do I see? Like, what
So
do I
if
want to share with you? Honestly, I want you to do a retreat or something like that. I would definitely be there.
yeah, yeah,
Um, yeah, that's the thing. I see you going really far. I think you have this way in being yourself and making people feel really, really comfortable, and not a lot of people have that. I mean, or we just live in a world that yeah, you feel like you have to be a certain way, or it's, oh sorry, yeah, it,
be
not
different.
a lot of people can make you feel comfortable to really open up, and it's necessary in what you do. So yeah, I'm just looking forward what's coming next. Yeah, and I
Awesome.
hope to have a retreat one day so that I can meet you in real life and I can meet
Thanks.
like-minded people. I think you've proven to me that you can, by being yourself, you attract a
People
tribe and a community.
who are
And
good.
that's something that I'm taking with me in my own business as a photographer. I might have deals that are just business purely because people needed a photographer.
Yeah.
But I also am really convinced that by being myself and sharing authentic content, I will also just create a community on my own. And
Yeah.
yeah, and that's also therapy for me. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah. You
Yeah,
want those people around you.
yeah,
Can link
definitely.
your
Yeah.
Instagram, right? Instagram and LinkedIn, or no? Do you have a portfolio photography?
Yeah, actually on my Instagram, I have a link with my portfolio. I have to still add some things, but like most
Yeah.
of the good pictures are on there.
Yeah.
I'm still figuring out how to sell because I find it really easy to sell someone else, but when it's myself, it feels just really weird.
Yeah.
But I am super proud of what I'm doing, and it's actually I never expected to take to be on this level that I am right now before I did your program. I didn't expect it. Honestly, I just wanted to feel better.
Yeah.
I just wanted to feel better. I just wanted to feel confident, and that's it. But it's helping me in every aspect of my life and every aspect. So yeah, really helpful. Really grateful for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. So, thank you for your energy. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your commitment. Thank you for doing this.
Yeah.
Thank you. Like the story, I think stories, sharing the story makes it real, like this testimonial when you, yeah. So I think it will help and inspire a lot more people. So thank you so much.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Thank you for watching till the end of this video. This channel is about sharing my experiences and learnings as I continue to grow and evolve on this journey. And if you would like to tag along on this journey, do subscribe and share it with people who you think might resonate with this type of content. If you want to apply for BreakFree One-on-One, there is a Google form link in the description. Apply, fill it, and I'll get back to you soon. And until next time, bye.